How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing well. So today we're going to be going through a full gameplay on Demyansk Hardpoint, where I'm going to be discussing how to play as a main AR role and sort of breaking down the gameplay, showing you why I do what I do. There is a really big comeback in this video, so if you enjoy this style of video, something a little bit different for the channel, don't forget to leave a rating, subscribe and comment for more. So we're getting to the gameplay now, guys, and hope you enjoy. So when playing on Hardpoint as a main AR, you're going to be looking at taking down those long lines of sight and just sort of keeping those lanes on lockdown. Also, it could be a job to hang back and just let your teammates spawn on you as a bit of an anchor role, but we're not going to be talking about that too much today. But as you can see in the gameplay here, we're going to be pushing up to this P1 point and we start getting flanked because this one is a little bit out in the open and it can be a hard push, and somehow the team managed to spawn behind us. So I decided to pick up an MP40 off the floor just here, keep my automaton as well, see if we can just clear out this back area. It looks clear at this point, so I'm going to push back over to that P1 and see if we can get some points on the board. But once again, it is a very hard push, so we're going to take out the first guy, stim up and just get over there, hopefully try and get some points so they can't get too much of a lead. But I get prone blocked there, and once again they spawn behind, take us out. So now, about this time, it's time to, just sort of give up on P1 and just think about P2, where I wasn't actually sure where it spawned on this map, but I decided to make a flank, and we're going to see if we can take out any stragglers from this P1 to try and slow them down a little bit as they make their way to P2, which our team is already on, but they do get taken out quite fast, and they start to get a bigger lead on us, as you'll see. But what I'm doing here is making my way around the edge of the map, just eliminating where the enemies could be. Now I know they're all going to be spawning around towards the back of the church, so as I'm making my way up here, trying to take out anybody in their power positions, but somehow don't get a second kill on that guy. So now we're spawning out towards this bridge here. So I'm going to pop that intel, and then whilst my team rushed in downstairs, I'm going to take the roof, try and take out as many people as I can from up here. Obviously, as you can see on the map, there is still enemies down low, but I've got an automaton, so I don't really want to go jumping down there just yet. So my team is sort of fighting for it now. I'm going to see if I can hold them off whilst my team do cap, because now the spawns are flipped. Now the enemies are going to be spawning out towards that way, because I'm up here and my team's on the point. And then we have got to rotate out towards the next one, which is P3, which is going to be in the backwoods there. This can be quite a hard point to push sometimes due to all the lines of sight, especially when you're crossing across this open ice here. But we're going to see if we can sneak our way up, try to take out that guy on that top roof. But you'll see what we do just here is something very important as a main AR. As you can see, the enemies are spawning over towards that far side by the bridge. So basically what I was doing there is just holding their cross pretty much, and just sort of the crossfire as you call it. Basically, as we know they're pushing across from towards the bridge to P3, basically I'm sort of covering the angle where I know they need to run, if that makes sense. So just hold that down whilst your team sort of have it on lock on the point, and we're just taking them out. We do get taken down by an enemy just there. So that's the technique you'll see a lot of the pros using, like holding down a crossfire like that. It can apply to any map. You just got to figure out where the next point is and figure out where they're spawning, and then find a nice little spot where you can hold an angle to watch them crossing. Now, out towards this back spot here, we're holding down this bridge because we can see them on the mini-map pushing in. So I decided, let's get on the point for a change. Now, we do actually get on this guy with a pistol there. Nice little movement. So due to this one being a sort of more longer range one, I am going to jump on it. Basically, my goal this game was just to secure the points for everybody else, my team. But we do start to pop off here towards the end, where they do start coming from either side. So we're just going to hold those longer angles, because obviously we've got an AR. Ego child that a bit stupid by me, did get taken out. So we're going to chuck our mortar straight over there on top of it. So now we're just going to get on a little power spot like on this box and just keep slaying the enemies. They are on the point, but our team, I can see on the mini-map, they are pushing over, and I obviously can't get on it because my own mortars are on it, so I will get taken down. So we're just going to hold this tank so we can see them all spawning back here. Once you figure out where they're spawning, especially with UAVs and things like that, it is very easy to hold a spawn trap, because they're going to be spawning relative to where you are and where that point is. So as you can see, we're slowly catching up with their lead. They've got about a 40-point lead on us now. And as you'll see on the mini-map, they start to spawn out behind. But I can see this guy down low, so I want to take him out because he's the last enemy, and we don't want his teammates spawning on him. So now they're all spawning that backside, and they've got to push through these woods. So I'm going to get on this head glitch, just leave the point for a second, and just hold down this angle, and also down the sort of low mid under the bridge. We can see them trying to push up. That guy's trying to flank. Always important to watch your flank. And once again, the spawns flip, so they are spawning now towards the church. But I'm just going to keep getting good points on this board. Because as you can see, this lobby, my team didn't really want to do much capturing either. But that's fine. That's what you expect from pubs. So obviously UAVs are very, very helpful in public games, but once League play comes out, you're not going to be able to rely on them. So it's good to use UAVs to kind of help you figure out where they spawn though. If that makes sense, how the spawns work. So we're just trying to sort of stop anybody getting through. Somehow that guy absolutely spat on me there. That was my bad. And then we are back to P1. So back to that open ice field. Now I'm remembering this was quite a hard one from the first run through of all the hills on this match. So I'm just playing a little bit more cautious and not getting over it, sort of pushing. So just going to hang back, see if we can take out a couple of enemies first. We are taking a lot of damage there. It's kind of hard to get good visibility on this map, so we're going to chuck that mortar straight over. Drop this first guy. I'm just going to stay low, just get some points, but as you can see, they are starting to spawn behind, but my teammates take them out on the mini-map. I'm just going to push up a little bit, but my mortars are there, so I can't really do too much. At that point there, I was just trying to stay low, get as many points on the board as I can. As you can see, spawns flipped, and now it's going to be inside of the church. So we're going to do a similar plan to last time. See if we can just secure it for our team whilst they push in and capture it. But I am going to give them a little bit of a hand. So we're going to drop this guy. And I'm just going to hold this angle from inside. It's not too bad being inside of this. Obviously, it depends if everybody's using MP40s. So it's going to be hard to keep up with it. But if you can hold down a long angle from inside of the hardpoint with an AR, it's very, very good, as you've seen for a lot of this game. So we're just getting naded here constantly. It can be quite a hard push for the enemies, this one, as you've seen. So we're going to keep dropping them there. That was a nice little triple. I can see a guy on the map here pushing round. So we're just going to get low. But I think at the time, looking back, yeah, I didn't really notice the mini-map. I was focused on those guys that are out long instead. We're just going to hit it up with a grenade, see if we can do a bit of damage. If we hurt someone, finish off the kill. Get sort of over aggressive there and get killed. But there's no point in us trying to push for it now because the next point's out. So I'm just going to sort of do a little bit of flanking here and just see if we can take out some people from behind. Because it's always a good idea. It's kind of like how a Slayer would play. I have got a Slayer gameplay coming very soon, but I've got an AR because this is a longer range map. Not really a fan of an MP40 on this map, although you can play it. But obviously longer range is key on this map due to all the long lines of sight, sorry. Now that guy, just well played really for him. Now we're going to do sort of the classic AR role of just holding down a nice power position whilst my team captures the point. So we're going to hop on this roof, hold down any pushes we can see, and we just start to pop off here. Because this automaton is just, you know, insane. Automaton? I'm really, really bad at pronouncing it. But as you can see, we're starting to get flanked here from the right. The only problem with this roof is, as you've seen there, it is very easy for the enemies to push around. Because you can't quite see through the trees, although you can see a little bit. Now we've got to push out to this next hill. Pop some nades over the top, and let's just push with our team. Because if you push as a team, it's a little more likely you're going to get good results. We're closing out this game here. We've only got 20 more points to go. So I'm going to hop on top of this box again, see if we can take out some people. Just stop the enemies, getting to them basically, because, you know, if I'm in the point with my AR, it's always can be a little bit hard to fight those closer gun range fights. I mean, as you can see, the enemies start to leave due to the game about to end, which is kind of annoying sometimes, but it doesn't really matter. But yeah, as you can see, I'm just trying to take this roof here to take out the last couple, and there we go. That's a nice victory. So some of the key points there being the sort of main AR, as you can see, it's holding down the power positions, holding down the enemy crosses for your team, just to sort of protect them and not always having to get yourself in the hill. Obviously, if your team aren't doing it, you have to do it sometimes yourself, as you've seen. But as you can see in this final kill cam here as well, just holding down a little spot and just taking control of their spawns, you're going to be able to get a lot more kills and to defend the hard points for your team as well. So if you enjoyed this style of video, guys, don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe for more, because I've got a few more gameplays to edit and sort of upload for you. So let me know if you enjoy. If you did, as I said, do all that good stuff down below. Thank you all for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a good day.